Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an oil change on the Champion 8750 inverter generator inside the DIY shed enclosure. Let's get started. Alright guys, so here's another look at the DIY generator shed enclosure. I've had this up for about almost a year and a half, and this is one of my first update videos I'll be doing. So let's go ahead and open this up. I unlocked it earlier. And if you haven't seen my video on how I built this and reviewed it for the generator shed enclosure, check it out on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the upper corner and also in the description below. Now, one of the questions I get often asked in the comments on my previous video on the generator shed enclosure is, how easy is it to do an oil change on this unit, being that it's in an enclosure and you have some confined space. So I want to talk about that today in today's video and point out just how easy it is actually to do this. When I initially planned on building the generator shed enclosure, I took into account the type of generator I had, that being a front-facing model. And this is key because most of the critical components that I need are accessible in the front when I open the doors, including the line for the oil change. Now that line is right here, and you can see it just tucks under when I want to do the oil change. Now I will cut to some footage where I did a recent oil change on the unit. We had a storm roll in last week. I wanted to make sure things were all set to go in case we needed to use the generator. But I will tell you from my experience, it went pretty well. The only thing I would improve on is getting a more shallow pan because there really isn't any significant drop here. Let's go ahead now and cut to some of that footage where I did the previous oil change. Definitely need a tube and a funnel for this. In the future, I think I get a longer tube so I don't have to be on my knees down here. Get the oil filled up to the beginning of the threads. Perfect. It leaves a little room to put the cap back on. Alright guys, so this is a first of a couple of videos I'll be doing in the near future on my generator shed enclosure. The next one will be some upgrades I'm planning on installing. I want to show you those because they'll be significant. Small upgrades that will improve some of the features of the generator shed enclosure, make things a little more accessible, lights, things like that, solar. And I think that's important because this has been a good build so far, but there's always room for improvement. So definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos on the generator shed enclosure and other content on my channel. All right guys, thanks for watching. Take care and have a great day.